Hello students, I am Professor Jina Vishal Bhatia. I am going to teach you a case study based on investment alternatives. Okay. Now, what are investment alternatives? Investment alternative means all the investment options which an investor can invest and make his portfolio. Okay. Now, you can see the case study questions over here if you have not in your hand. The question is, you are a portfolio management consultant, a middle class investor with an investable fund of rupees 15 lakhs, okay, approaches you. He want to know the following things. That is, first, what are the investment avenues available to him which will give a stable return with a minimum risk. Okay. Now here by this question we can make it out that here he want you as a portfolio advisor what to invest, where to invest and how much to invest. Okay. So first of all you will make one project, that is solution, name of the investor. In this question the name of the investor is not mentioned. Okay. So you will not write this point only. Second, characteristic of the investor. What of the things we have noted from him? That his investable fund is rupees 15 lakhs and he is a middle class person. Okay. Third thing, what are the objective of his investment? That he wants minimum risk. He wants stable return. As he is a middle class person, he wants certain amount to be in stable return. He wants liquidity also. Provision of old age. Okay. And the last is protection to the family. This is what we can make it out from only one word, that is middle class person. Okay. Then the first thing, we will make a rough page, rough work in your question paper answer sheet backside, that investment alternatives, how we can plan about it. His total fund is 15 lakh. Okay. And 100% he want to invest. Okay. So here I can say from this 15 lakh, he want first part as a minimum risk. He don't want to take risk and risk also minimum. So here we can advise him to go for mutual fund where he can invest in some part as a hybrid schemes or a balanced fund. Okay. The best part is FD where he can get a stable return. Second is bond where he can get a fixed interest. Okay. Third is mutual fund. Fourth is PPF where he can enjoy a provision for old age. Okay, because the locking period for 15 years is there in PPF. Then is your LIC policy where he can give the protection to his family. Okay, now here question arises, how much amount to allocate to them, to each and every investment alternatives. Okay, so I will say that from 15%, first of all, you give your approx 35 to 30% in FD. Okay, so here I will say 15 लाख में से आप 5 लाख रुपए FD करवा दो. Okay, now then I will say 3 lakh rupees you keep in the bond. Then I will say you keep 4 lakh rupees in the mutual fund. You can give them 5 lakh also. थोड़ा सा 1 lakh इधर उधर का calculations चलेगा. Okay, then you can go for PPF 1 lakh. Okay, you can go for LIC policy 2 lakhs. How you can calculate the percentage now? Okay, do one thing, 5 lakh divided by 15 lakh, percentage sign, you will get 33%. Okay, 3 lakh divided by 15 lakh, percentage sign, you will get 20%. 4 lakh divided by 15 lakh, you will get 26 point something, that is approximately 27%. Then 1 lakh divided by 15 lakh, 7%. And 2 lakh divided by 15 lakh, again 12 point something, that is I am saying approximately 13%. So if you add it off, total 100% money is allocated according to you. Okay, so this is what the rough plan you will make it out, and then you will show him this chart that is known as investment alternatives or avenues. That sir or madam, whoever the person is, you deposit, you keep your 5 lakh rupees in FD, 3 lakh rupees in bond, 4 lakh rupees in mutual fund, 1 lakh rupees in PPF and 2 lakh rupees in LIC policy. Okay, you cannot suggest him more amount also in LIC policy. Why? Because up to 1.5 lakh, that is 1,50,000, you can enjoy a deduction under section 80C. Okay, so you will advise him to keep only rupees up to rupees 2 lakhs. Now, for mutual funds, you have various schemes. Okay, hybrid schemes, that is balance schemes. You have debt schemes. You have equity schemes. But you will not suggest him equity scheme. Why? Because he don't want to take a risk. Okay, he want minimum risk. So I will suggest him to go for hybrid scheme. Hybrid scheme means your whatever fund you have invested, from that I can say 70% goes in debt fund and 30% goes in equity scheme. In debt oriented scheme or income oriented scheme, 2 lakh rupees goes in the debt fund, that is debentures or O fund of the company of the mutual fund. Okay. Now here, after writing this part, you will mention each and every avenues, advantage, disadvantage, merits and demerits, and you will explain to that person. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. So now we can explain each and every avenues, importance and the benefit to the investors. Okay, so first avenue is fixed deposit, as we suggested that you invest rupees 5 lakh in that. So what are the benefit of it? The risk is nil, second is return is reasonable, and the third is higher liquidity. Whenever he want a money, he can easily encash his amount of rupees 5 lakhs. Okay, and even I can suggest that FD will be done in the part, that is 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, as if not 5 lakh, 1 FD all of a sudden. You keep it at 1 lakh, so that whenever he require a bigger amount, say for example he require only 1 lakh, so he can only have to liquid his 1 lakh rupees FD. Okay, the next is bonds. We will suggest rupees 3 lakh rupees to invest in bonds. The risk is negligible, return is stable in form of interest, and it is a regular, maybe quarterly or monthly or half yearly or yearly. Okay, the third one we will suggest him mutual funds. Okay, it's a pull account, mutual fund rupees 4 lakhs we are suggesting him. In that we will say him to keep income oriented scheme, or I can say debt scheme rupees 2 lakhs. What is the benefit? It is a less risk, and again here he will get a regular income on rupees 2 lakhs. The next scheme I will suggest a balance scheme, or I can say hybrid scheme, where he will put in debt instrument few amount, say for example 1 lakh 50%, and equity instrument that is 1 lakh from 2 lakh rupees. So what are the benefits in money market instrument? It provides regular income to him in form of interest, okay, and a stable income. Second is, in equity instrument, his capital will get appreciated. Okay, so this is one of the benefit where he can put his amount in mutual fund. Okay, the third one is now okay students. Now the fourth investment is PPF, that is Public Provident Fund, and we are suggesting him to input his rupees 1 lakh rupees in this. Okay, so what are the benefit is reasonable return with a minimum risk. Okay, here he will get approximately 7.10. No doubt the locking period is 15 years, but after 5 years you can withdraw the 50% of the amount you have deposited in 55 years. Okay, say for example I have deposited rupees 10 lakhs in 5 years. Okay, so 50% of his 5 lakhs I can withdraw after 5 years. That is on the 6th year I can withdraw 50% of the amount. Okay, and the tax benefit is under section 80C of Income Tax Act. And finally it is a provision for old age, because he is a middle class. Okay, after 15 years at his old age it will become a benefit for him. Okay, the next is life insurance. We are suggesting him to input rupees 2 lakh rupees in life insurance. You all know that protect the family members through financial assistance in case of death of the policy holder. Then we will suggest him retirement plan. Retirement plan help for provision for old age also. So in LIC you can either go for term plan, you can go for retirement plan. See his advice, you can explain him what all things are there. Okay, and then we will draw one conclusion that in that we put investment avenue, amount invested, percentage. Students, now I would like to suggest that you always invest up to rupees 25 lakhs. Okay, in 5 of the avenues only. आपके 25 lakhs तक का अमाउंट है या 30 lakhs तक का अमाउंट है क्लाइंट का, you suggest for 5 avenues and you present his portfolio accordingly. Okay, and see whatever he is a risk taker, risk type of investors also very much important. He is a risk averse, so we have not suggest him to put it in the equity anywhere. So here we have done the rough work previously. Here I have drawn to you. Okay, so same thing now you have to put it in the final conclusion that Fixed deposit 5 lakhs, that is 33%. Bonds 3 lakhs, mutual funds 4 lakh, 50 PF 1 lakh, LIC 2 lakh, and the percentage. And this is how you will suggest him the case. Okay, now remember students one thing. Some of the students may write in spite of 5 lakh here 4 lakh. Some may write 3 lakh 50,000, some may like 6 lakh. That's fine. It should fulfill the condition of the client. Okay, he is a risk averser. अगर आपने किधर भी उसका इक्विटी में ज्यादा अमाउंट डाल दिया तो वो केस स्टडी में आपका उधर मार्क्स कट हो जाएगा. सो रिमेंबर इट. See the type of investor, see his time horizon of investment, identify his characteristics. Okay, and the pattern of writing will be the same. First point is name of the investor, second point is the characteristic, third is the objective of the investor, fourth is the various ways you can invest his money, fifth you can explain everything like this, each and every avenues, and finally you will draw the conclusion. Understood?